Hey Tech Fam, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And on today's video, guys, we already discussed all about the meat and potatoes at the Apple event, in case you guys haven't seen that, link is gonna be either over here somewhere or over here. One of those two locations. But anyway, today we're talking about the second part of the Apple event and the devices side. We talked about the iPhones, the 17, the Pro, and the Air. Today, guys, we got two watches and a new pair of AirPods. That's right. We got the Apple Watch Ultra 3. We got the Apple Watch SE 3. And last but not least, we got the AirPods Pro 3. That's right. AirPods, Apple Watch, and third generation special edition Apple Watch. We're going to talk about all those three top 5 features in this video, so you guys can have a full exclamation about, well, not full exclamation, but kind of both details from both sides. We got the Apple. I talked about the Apple event, and we talked about the iPhones. Now it's about the other iPhones, the accessories, what go along with it. So before we get into that, if you guys enjoyed what you see from this video or any of my videos you watched, go ahead, guys. You know what to do. Subscribe, click the bell, smash the like button, set notifications to all, and without further ado, let's kick things off with the top 5 features of the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Alright, top 5 features of the Apple Watch Ultra 3 are: number 1, has built-in satellite comms, which means you can text emergency services, you can message friends and family, and also you can share your location. This is huge because with your iPhone, you already have that feature, but let's say you leave your phone behind and your watch is already connected to a cellular service, right? Yes, you could go on your Apple Watch and, dial 911 or whatever your country code is, but on your watch, why not just have satellite comms already in it, so that way you can text your friends and family when you're off the grid? Because that's going to happen. I've gone into situations where you get a little bit of lost coverage data, and then you can't call anyone. You're left alone. You have no mobile data. There's no Wi-Fi. So you sell SOS on your Apple Watch Ultra 3, and we'll get to the other watch that has it later on in this video, you could be able to send your family text messages to let them know you're okay, or let SOS services that you need help. I think that's a big thing about technology, is how can it be helpful in the times of a crisis. And that time of a crisis could be a signal loss, and you're out of nowhere, your car breaks down, God forbid what happens to you. What can you do? Your iPhone already has SOS, but you leave it in the car and you don't know what to do. Apple Watch is right there. So that's perfect for the Apple Watch Ultra 3. So built-in satellite comms is a W. But that's not it. For number 2, it's the largest screen in any app on any Apple Watch. Now, I couldn't get the full screen size. I couldn't get the screen size on my script. I don't know why that alliteration was there. But if I am I able to find it, I'll put it in the comment or the description down below. So it's the largest screen in the Apple Watch. So you get plenty of real estate for your watch face complications, for all the apps that are inside of it. There's a little bit more breathing room. So making it the largest screen on any Apple Watch is definitely big bonus. And especially it's the largest in any Apple Watch to date. So that's something that, is really useful. Alright, number 3, 40 hours of battery and 72 hours on low power mode. That is huge. Like, battery life is very important, especially on a watch where you might forget to plug it in, put it on the charger or something like that. Well, let's say you're on an airplane ride and you need to go to a flight. You're very tired, you're very exhausted, and you're going from one country to another that's a very large time zone gap. You're going to be so exhausted, and The only way you can get out of that is, just have your Apple Watch charged. But if you don't have it, well, you have 2 days of battery life, which is huge. I'm not sure if that includes always on display on or off. I'll let to the viewers to test that out. But not only that, but you get a full extra day on low power mode. So if you're running low on juice and let's say you want to use very little of the Apple Watch, well, 72 hours on low power mode is insane. It's 3 whole days you can achieve on low power mode. So that's perfect. My watch lasts 2.5 days. It's a Galaxy Watch Ultra. It's charging right on that little stand right there. You guys can't see it, but yeah, 3 days of battery life on low power mode, and 2 days on of battery usage. It's really good. Right, this one is huge, which I have for number 4, hypertension notifications. Now, if you have someone that's in the sensitive age group where they have a lot of heart stuff going on, and let's say let's say they have an iPhone, right? And you give them the Apple Watch Ultra 3, or I think the other watch, we'll get into the video, but with that with hypertension notifications, if you turn that on, I think it's be a lifesaver. Like, you already have ECG, you already have AFib detection, hypertension for high blood sugar content. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm not professional, but hypertension notifications is huge. Just like sleep apnea, just like AFib, hypertension is huge. And I know some of you might have some family members or friends that are in the low sensitive age group, and if they have an iPhone and you need that Ultra 3 or the other watch to have that feature, I'd say why not? Hypertension could save a life. But that's just me. I think that's huge for a watch. And last but not least, 5G cellular connectivity. So 5G is not that big, but in case you want the fastest and reliable speed on a smartwatch, well, there it is. Your phone has 5G, your watch has 5G. Now you both have the same G's. Yeah. G's. But yeah, and to round it off, we have the pricing and availability. So, pricing starts at $7.99. Pre-orders have already started, but orders will begin to ship on the 19th. It comes in natural and black titanium. So 2 titanium colors. So that's it for Apple Watch Ultra 3. Let's get on to the second watch, the Apple Watch SE 3. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, second to last, let's talk about the Apple Watch SE 3, aka the budget Apple Watch, in case you don't want to spend money on the Ultra 3. Because let's face it, $7.99 is a lot of money. But yeah, let's get on to the Apple Watch SE 3. So first I have is, it has a new always on display. Previous SE models didn't have that, so if you wanted to wait till an Apple Watch SE has it, the 3 is for you. So there you go. Number 2, it has 5G service. Again, your iPhone has it, why can't your watch have it? Apple has solved that problem. Nice. Right now, number 3 is the battery. So you get 18 hours of battery life, and you also have fast charging as well. So 15 minutes of charging will give you 8 hours of usage. That's insane. I work an 8-hour shift, and I was an iPhone user. That means I had to plug my phone in while cooking breakfast, getting my dinner ready. By the time I'm done reading my Bible or a book from it, by the time everything's all done, I get my shoes on, ready to go to work. Well, guess what? I will have a full shift of battery life. I'll have a full shift of battery life just by putting my Apple Watch SE 3 on that charger for 15 minutes. That's a W. Fast charging is perfect Again, your phone has it. Why can't your watch have it? Sleep app notifications. This is big. I'm not sure the second SE had this, but sleep apnea notifications are, I think, crucial, just like hypertension notifications. On the Apple Watch Ultra 3, SE3 is having AFib, or sleep apnea, is definitely going to help people, again, with sensitive age groups, or for those who think they have sleep apnea, but they're not entirely sure. Again, I want to trust watch details to tell me if I have something or not. If you have a problem, don't let your watch don't let your watch tell you what you have. If you have that problem, go to a doctor, your local physician, let them determine that for you, and use Apple Watch SE3 as a little guide. Like, my Apple Watch said I had this. Do you think this is accurate? And then you could use it from there as a baseline. Alright. Next up is range temperature sensing. Now this works both ways. Number one, for men, I wear it for sleep, just because it's great having a little graph going telling you what your starting temperature was on your skin to the end temperature on your skin before you woke up. So sleep temperature sensing is really cool. But for women I think it's big because, of course they'll go on sensitive times where things change in their bodies and react in different temperatures. I'm not going to say the name because I'm a family-friendly channel, but if you're a woman going through that type of stuff, you want to turn on rich temperature sensing because it helps to go along with that. But yeah, that's it. For rich temperature sensing, again, I think it's pretty cool. And with that's top 5 features, let's wrap off this with the pricing and the availability. So price starts at $249. That is not bad at all. Pre-orders have already started, and again, it's going to be available on the 19th. So if you want Apple Watch Ultra-like features, but you don't want to pay the full premium price of them, or you just don't like the way the Apple Watch Ultra 3 looks like, well, the Apple Watch series, the Apple Watch SE3 is for you. Alright guys, let's get on to the AirPods Pro 4s. I'd said 3. I think it's 3, right? 4 or 3. Either or. Let's go on to the new AirPods. Alright guys, I don't have this for my notes. You guys can have to bear with me as I'm scrolling through their page. But for this is the AirPods Pro 3. I was right the first time. I don't know why my brain was taking the 4. But we got the AirPods Pro 3 top 5 features. Let's get on right now. And that, first things first, is that number 1 as the world's best active noise cancellation. Now, that's a bold claim. Again, leave it to the viewers to test that out because I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android phone. I know some people have Android phones and then you want to use Apple's AirPods because they're best with sound. That's good to mix and match. But yeah, that's Apple's claim that world's best active noise cancellation. So again, we'll test the reviewers. Number 2 is that it's more comfortable in the ears. Now these ones, Apple claims that it fits more people than ever, and Apple has utilized over 10,000 ear scans with more than 100,000 hours of user research. That's a lot of research. That's a lot of R&D. But again, if Apple says these AirPods can fit in your ears, because I'm pretty sure there's people complain that the AirPods just wiggle out of the ears at a time, but if Apple claims new design is the way, then it's the way. Alright. Number 3 is that Apple has now incorporated a heart rate monitor on the AirPods. Now, I don't know who at Apple thought this was a great idea. Like, if you have an Apple Watch, I wouldn't go too crazy for having a heart rate on your ears. But I guess if you're not really into having a watch anyway that's too a little bit bulky on your wrist, you want something in your ears, I guess that works. I don't know, but yeah, Apple now has a heart rate monitor inside the earbuds, so that's something, I guess. But second to last is live translations now in the AirPods. Again, this is big for Apple users because now if you're in an area that, you know, if you're in an area that speaks a lot of a thick foreign language and you can't understand it, your AirPods will be able to guide you and help you in that sort of way. So, live translation, really, really big bonus because iPhone has it, now your AirPods get it. And as I scroll down, I think I'm missing something other than the price. Okay. I think last but not least. Okay, last but not least is, of course, their durability. That the AirPods have an IP57 sweat and water resistance. So, if it rains, if it's a shower outside you're dealing with, you know, it's gonna be slightly dust tight, but it's gonna be it's dust tight, but it's also, well, it's not dust tight. It's 6. It's gonna be more durable for sweat and if you're working out a lot. I'm not. Again, these would probably survive if you're in a dusty area, but I wouldn't test it. But again, you have IP57 sweat and water resistance. So if you're doing your running, your jogging, or you're walking, or the sun's outside, you're in the blazing hot sun, and you feel like you're gonna melt, well, these AirPods can help with. These AirPods would be able to keep out the water from getting in and potentially ruining your listening experience. But alright, that's it. Let's end it off with the pricing and availability, which is pricing the AirPods only come at one price tag. That's $249, same as the Apple Watch SE3. And I don't think there's any colors other than white. So, yeah. And you pick these up at the same time as the Apple Watches on Friday, December 19th. And pre-orders have already started as well. So, there you go, guys. That we covered the 2 new watches and the AirPods as well. So, now you have all 5 different devices. Part 1 is Tuesday. Part 2 is today. So, they're just for the Apple event. I'm probably going to do my overall reaction to... Well, I could do a live reaction, but... Anyways, that does it for everything about the Apple event. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you guys want to know about the latest iPhones that just been announced on Tuesday, link is going to be right around here. I'm pointing over here because it might be there. It might see an icon right there. Link is going to be right here if I put it there. If not, check the end cards. If you guys do, however, let me know guys if you're interested in any of these accessories at all regarding the Apple Watch SE 3, the Ultra 3, or the AirPods Pro 3. Let me know guys in the comment section down below. But anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe, click the bell for more videos like this. Leave a like, comment, share, follow me on social media for updates on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna see if I can make a video on Saturday. I don't know what that's gonna be about. I might just do my overall reaction to the Apple event, or live react to it. I don't know. Maybe discuss the iPhones, have a discussion video for you guys. I don't know. I'll just guys keep posting on social media and my YouTube discussion as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris signing out. Peace.